Giving me advice? About champagne?
Yes.
Which means?
For you?
Yes.
For you, Catherine, my daughter, who I love very much, could be a bad sign.
He was nuts.
But he wrote them.
He was a graphomaniac, Harold. Do you know what that is?
I know, he wrote compulsively. He only have.
There were no connection between ideas. There were no ideas. He was like a monkey at a typewriter. 103 notebooks full of bullshit. After my mother died, it was only 1 year, and I tried to keep him happy no matter what idiotic project he was doing. He would read all day. He kept demanding more and more books, and I took him out of the library by the cartload. And I realized he wasn't reading. He thought aliens were sending him messages through the 3 decimal numbers on the library books. He was trying to work out the code.
What kind of message?
Beautiful mathematics. The most elegant proofs, perfect proofs like music.
Sounds good.
And fashion tips and knock-knock jokes. I mean, it was nuts, okay?
Hey, come on. What are you doing? Give me a break. Something's gonna happen.
Wait, your coat.
No, you don't have to.
Paranoid?
Oh, wait.
You think I should go jogging?
Just hold on.
Get out!
Can I please
Get
just...
the butt out of my house!
Listen to me for a minute.
You stole this!
Let me explain.
You stole it from me! You stole it from my father!
I wanted to show you something.
Give it back!
Do you know what you want to do now?
No,
Do you want to stay here?
I don't know.
Do you want to go back to school?
Haven't thought about it.
Well, there's a lot to think about. How do you feel?
Physically, great. But my hair feels kind of unhealthy. I wish there was something I could do about that.
Come on, Catherine.
What is the point of all these questions? No, a marching band. Please crumble. Yes, a rock band.
What is the name of this
How
band?
should I know?
Harold Dobbs didn't tell you the name of this band.
No, I don't know. Go look it up in the paper. They were playing last night to a song called Imaginary Number that doesn't exist.
But if you're out here drinking, partying with your boyfriend, I understand. But the two stories don't go together.
It's because you made up the boyfriend story. I was here alone.
Harold Dobbs wasn't here.
No. Yes, he was here, but we weren't partying.
You weren't drinking with him.
No.
I think you're upset and exhausted.
I was fine until you got here.
Well, you
Catherine!
Who's that?
Hey,
Harold Dobbs.
I think he would have liked it. I'm sorry, it's not my place to.
You're right. Everything did turn out better than I expected.
You look great.
Claire gave it to me.
I like it.
It doesn't really fit.
No, Catherine. It's good.
When do you think they'll leave?
No, wait, no. Transportations are insane.
Sophie Jimmy?
Yeah. I think I've seen her at meetings. I just don't think I've ever met her.
She was born in Paris in 1776.
So, I definitely never met her.
It was the French Revolution, the terror. She had to stay inside her house for safety, and she would pass the time reading in her father's study. And later she wanted to get a real education, but the schools didn't allow women. So she wrote letters. She wrote to God, and she used a man's name, Antoine Auguste Leblanc. And she sent him some proofs involving a certain kind of prime number, important work. And he was delighted to correspond with such a brilliant young man. Dad gave me a book about her.
I'm stupid. Sophie Germain, of course.
You know her?
Germain primes.
Right.
They're famous. Double them and add one, you get another prime. Like 2. 2 is prime. Double plus 1 is 5. Also prime.
Right. Or 92,305 times 2 to the 16,998 plus 1.
Right.
That's the biggest one. Biggest one, no. So Hal,
Yep.
what do you do for sex?
What?
At your conferences? Isn't that why you hold conferences? Travel, room service, tax deductible, sex in hotel beds.
It'll be a whole new adventure.
Why are you doing this?
I want to help.
By kicking me out of my house?
It's my house too.
You have not lived here in years.
I know that. I really regret that, Katie.
Don't.
I know I let you down. I feel awful about it. Now I'm trying to help.
You want to help now?
Yes,
Dad is dead.
I know.
Now that he's dead, you fly in for the weekend and decide you want to help? You're late. Where have you been? Where were you 5 years ago? You weren't helping then.
I was working.
I was here. I lived with them alone.
I was working 14-hour days. I paid every bill in this house. I paid the mortgage of the 3-bedroom house while I was living in a studio in Brooklyn.
You had your life. You got to finish school.
You could have stayed in school.
How?
I told you you could have done anything you wanted. I told you a million times to do anything you wanted.
What about Dad? Someone had to take care of him.
He was ill. He should have been in a full-time professional care situation.
He did not belong in a nut house.
He might have been better.
Can you say that?
Here I'm meant to feel guilty, right?
Sure, go for it.
I'm heartless, my own father.
He belonged here, in his own house near the university, near students, near everything that made him happy.
Maybe. Or maybe some real professional care would have done him more good than rattling around a filthy house with you taking care of him. I'm sorry, Catherine. It's not your fault. It's my fault for letting you do it.
I was right to keep him here.
No.
What about his remission 4 years ago? He was well for almost a year. You think I'm like Dad?
I think you have some of his talent and some of his tendency towards instability.
Claire? In addition to the cute apartments that you scouted for me in New York, would you by chance have devoted any of your considerable energy towards scouting another type of living facility for your bunkhouse little sister?
No, this is not what this is about.
Don't lie to me, Claire. I'm smarter than you.
The resources. I've investigated.
Oh my
All I'm
God.
saying is the doctors and the people in New York are very
You.
nice. It would be entirely up to you. You can live.
I hate you.
Don't yell, please.
I hate you. You don't believe me.
I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
Never mind. I don't know why I expected you to believe me about anything.
Could you tell us the proof? Maybe that was sure was yours.
You wouldn't understand it.
Tell it to have.
We walk through it together. It'll take a while.
You can't have the book.
For God's sake, it's 40 pages long. I didn't memorize it. It's not a muffin recipe. This is stupid. It's my book, my writing, my drawer, my key, my proof. How? Tell her.
Tell her what?
Whose book is that?
I don't know.
What's the matter with you? You've been looking at it stuff for weeks, and there's nothing even remotely like that.
Look, Catherine.
We'll go through it together. We'll sit down. If Claire would please let me have my book back.
All right, talk him through it.
This could take days. It still wouldn't prove that she wrote it.
Why not?
I mean, your dad could have written it and explained it to you later. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying there's no proof that you wrote this.
Of course there isn't, but come on. He didn't write this. He couldn't have. He didn't do any math at all for years, and even if it's good here, he couldn't work. You know that. He's supposed to be a scientist.
You're right. Okay, here's my suggestion. I know 3 or 4 guys in the department. Very sharp, disinterested people who knew your dad, knew his work. Let me take this to them.
What?
I'll tell them we found something potentially major, and we're not sure about the authorship. I'll sit down with them, and we'll go through carefully and find out exactly what we've got. It will take only a couple of days probably, and we'll have a lot more information.
I think that's an excellent suggestion.
You can't.
Catherine!
No, you can't take it.
I'm not taking it.
This is what you wanted.
Jesus, come
You
on.
don't waste any time, do you? No hesitation. You can't wait to show the world what my father discovered.
I'm trying to determine what this
I'm
is.
telling you what it is.
You don't know.
I wrote it.
It's your dad's handwriting. Or at least it looks like the handwriting in the other notebooks. Maybe your handwriting looks exactly like this. I don't know.
I didn't show this to anyone else. I could have. But I wanted you to be the first one to see it. I didn't know I wanted that until last night. It's me. I trusted you.
I know.
Was I wrong?
No,
I should have known she wouldn't believe me, but why don't you?
It's in one of his notebooks. The exact same kind he used.
I told you I used one of his client's books. They were extras.
There aren't any extra books in the study.
There were when I started writing the proof. I bought them for him. He must have used the rest of them later.
The handwriting?
You want to test the handwriting?
No, it doesn't matter. He could have dictated it to you, for Christ's sake. It still doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
I'm a mathematician.
Yes.
I know what it would take to come up with something like that. I mean, it's impossible. You'd have to be your dad, basically, at the peak of his powers.
I'm a mathematician too.
Not like your dad.
Also, he's the only one that could have written this.
The only one I know.
Are you sure?
Your dad was the most.
Just because you and other mathies worshipped him doesn't mean that he wrote this, Hal.
Your dad was the best. My generation hasn't produced anything like him. He revolutionized the field twice before he was 22. I'm sorry, Catherine. You took a few classes at Northwestern for a few months.
My education wasn't at Northwestern. Just living in this house for 25 years.
Even so, it doesn't matter. This is too advanced. Even I don't understand most of it.
You think it's too advanced?
Yes,
Too advanced for you.
you couldn't have done this work.
But what if I had?
Well, what if?
It would be a real disaster for you, wouldn't it? And for the other math geeks who are barely finishing their PhDs, marking time doing lame research, bragging about the conferences they go to, wow! Playing in an awful band and writing about being intellectually passive at 28, because they are.
Katie, let's go inside. Katie. Katie!
Dad? What are you doing out here?
Working?
December is 30 degrees.
I know that.
Don't you need a coat?
Don't you think I can make that assessment for myself?
Aren't you cold?
Of course I am. Freezing my ass off.
So what are you doing out here?
Thinking, writing.
You're gonna freeze.
It's too hot in the house. The radiators, they dry out the air. I can't concentrate. The houseman's so old that we have central air heating, but we don't. So I have to come up here to do any kind of work.
Dad, I'll turn off the radiators. They won't make any noise. Now come inside. It isn't safe.
Okay,
I've been calling. Didn't you hear the phone?
it's a distraction.
I didn't know what was going on. I had to drive all the way down here.
The gaps might make it difficult to follow, but we can talk it through.
It's cold out here. Let's go inside.
Maybe we can work on this together.
No!
God damn it, Catherine! Open the goddamn book and read me the lines!
The bookstores are infinite and so are never full except in September. all right. Let's go inside.
I'm cold.
Warm you up.
Don't leave, please.
You won't. I want to see a doctor. I want to see a doctor called Dr. Von Heimlich. Please find me one. And I'd like him to wear a monocle. And I'd like him to have a very soft, very well-upholstered couch. So I'll be very comfortable when I'm blaming everything on you.
You're giving me way too much credit. I don't expect you to be happy with me. I just wanted, I don't know. I was hoping to discuss some of this with you before you left. Purely professional. I don't expect anything else.
Kenneth.
I mean, we have questions. Working on this must have been amazing. I'd just love to hear you talk about some of it.
No.
You'll have to deal with this eventually, you know. You can't ignore it. You'll have to get it published. You'll have to talk to someone. Here, take it. Then I'll go.
I don't want it.
Come on, Catherine. I'm trying to correct things.
You can't. Do you hear me?
Maybe you'll be better.
Was it amazing? Word did you use?
Yes, amazing.
I know it works. But all I can see are the compromises, the approximations, and places where it's stitched together. It's sloppy. That stuff was way more elegant. He was young.
Talk me through it. Whatever's bothering you. Maybe you'll improve it.
Oh no.
Give it a shot. Pick anything. Maybe you'll discover something elegant.